So the last thing I'm going to show you in Workout 7 is something called windmill. The windmill is a great mobility exercise, strength exercise. It's great for your obliques, it's great for your shoulders, to open up your shoulders and your chest. The most important thing, obviously, is to do it safely. So windmill is, show you what it looks like. So you're here, your bell's overhead, turn your toes. Whatever arm that bell's in, this is the hip that you kind of hitch it back. You turn your toes the opposite direction. Bend that front knee as much as you need to, and your weight's in your back knee. So come on down. Anytime your bell's over your head like this, you turn to look at it, and come on down. And the idea is you need to be pushing back that top shoulder just enough to keep you from pushing forward, pitching forward, but not so far that you're going to go over backwards. So then you exhale, come on up. That's a windmill. I would suggest doing it a few times without a bell. So if you have your left arm up, turn your toes to the right. Make sure your stance is wide enough that you can keep your balance. Then you hitch back that left hip. And then come on down, open up nice and wide. It feels so great for your shoulders and your chest. Breathe in and then exhale. So when you exhale and you come on up, everything through here is working. You don't need to do any crunches if you do kettlebell training because your core is being worked the entire time. If you want to try it but you're scared to have the bell overhead, you can always do what's called a low windmill. So when the bell's overhead, it's a high windmill. So a low windmill is the bell's on the floor. So it's all the same. Left arm up, hitch that hip out, turn your toes to the right, and then you're going to come on down and you're going to grab the bell on the floor. Breathe in, exhale. So that way you're still getting the work, but you're not having the bell overhead. So that's a great option. And if you want to be super ninja, you can do a double windmill. Only if you are familiar with them and you're comfortable doing windmills. I wouldn't suggest any people who are new to this do them. So bell's overhead, turn your toes the opposite direction, hitch that hip out, and then you come on down slowly. I'm bending my front knee, and my bell's not quite close enough. You might have to make sure that bottom bell is close to your foot. Grab the bell, breathe in, and then exhale. Come on up. Come on down. And again. So for your last workout, I would invite you to do just a couple windmills each side, get the feel for it. If you're comfortable with them, do 3 to 5 on each side. It's a great little finisher. So I'm going to knock out a few here. So bell's over my head on my right side. Toes are going to my left. My hip is hitching back. You don't have to go all the way to the floor either. Only go as far as your mobility will allow. It's not really about how far down you can get to your hand to the floor, or if your front knee is straight or anything like that. It's more about working all this up here and your obliques. So my bell's in my left arm, turning my toes to the right, hitching out my left hip, come on down. Now my left shoulder is a little wonky sometimes, so I tend to be super careful with it. It's a great counterbalance to all this forward folding that we do in our daily lives. Come on down. So oftentimes, we're on a computer, we're driving a car, we're turning inward all the time. So everything through here gets super tight and everything back here gets super weak. So by doing these types of exercises, it helps to open everything back this way, stretch out your chest, open your shoulders, and work these often neglected back muscles. So give the windmill a try.